your Superman news video for the week June 13th to June 19th, 2014. A busy week which included inside word on the unveiling of the Superman statue for Batman v Superman, reports on the roles of Holly Hunter and Tao Okamoto, and the 2014 Superman celebration comes to a close. Let's check out these stories and more in this week's Speeding Bulletin. In movie news, a ceremony scene to unveil the big Superman statue was filmed in Michigan for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice this week. Reports are that the statue was built to celebrate Superman saving the Earth in Man of Steel, with Batman v Superman supposedly set about 2 years after the events of that first film. The Metropolis mayor made a speech at the statue unveiling, while elementary school kids were wearing Superman Survivor t-shirts and helped pull a sheet off the statue for the big reveal. The statue, which is incomplete, will be finished in post-production with CGI. While he's repeatedly denied the rumours for months now, reports are that Jason Momoa will indeed play Aquaman in both a small part in Batman v Superman and the upcoming Justice League movie. Supposedly Zack Snyder has already finalised his designs for the character, so shooting can take place soon. However, when he appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live the other night, Jason Momoa was still coy about the casting, only saying, "That would be pretty exciting, wouldn't it?" Details on Jesse Eisenberg's look for his role of Lex Luthor in the upcoming film have leaked online supposedly, with word that he's sporting a lot of hair for his initial scene. Supposedly the scenes shot take place towards the beginning of the movie, so maybe there's still a chance that Lex Luthor could show up bald by the end of the film. Only time will tell, stay tuned. Other cast rumours indicate that Holly Hunter may be playing a US Senator in the film, while actress Tao Okamoto is reportedly playing Lex Luthor's assistant, who is named Mercy. Meanwhile, UFC welterweight fighter Tyrone Woodley told Fox Sports that he's been approached for a role in the Batman-Superman film. What that role is, or whether it will happen, is unknown at this point in time. A walk-on role for Batman v Superman was auctioned off at the recent Sunset at the Zoo fundraiser at the Detroit Zoo to support the Detroit Zoological Society. A tweet by the zoo revealed that an unspecified walk-on role sold for $3,500. Extras casting company Real Style Online sent out an email on June 14th to prospective extras looking to be a part of the WB film called Sage and Milo, which, as long-time readers would recall, is the code name for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. The email referred to the need for LC office workers to appear on Monday and Tuesday in Pontiac, Michigan. Whether LC stands for LexCorp is anyone's guess, but seems likely considering the LexCorp building is located across the road from Michigan Motion Picture Studios. Warner Brothers has registered a number of domain names for the Metropolis and Gotham News services for the upcoming movie, with Gotham 13 Live and News 8 Metropolis vehicles spotted on set for the new film. Warner Brothers have registered both Gotham13Live.com and News8Metropolis.com website addresses. Although neither is currently working, both were registered on October 29th last year. We'll have to wait and see whether these websites will be used in possible viral marketing campaigns ahead of the new movie's release. The Air Force Museum at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio will put on a special screening of Man of Steel in the museum's theatre. The screening will take place at 4 p.m. on Sunday, June 22nd. Tickets are available at the Air Force Museum website at afmuseum.com. There's no TV news, so we've jumped straight into comic book news, where DC Comics spoke with superstar artist John Romita Jr. about his decision to come over from Marvel to DC Comics to work with Jeff Johns as a new creative team on the Superman comic book, starting with issue number 32. As for working on Superman, he said, "There's a strength and weight that only comes with a character like this. The fun part is the characters in the Daily Planet, having them running around and talking with each other. Sometimes that's more vital than the smashing and the pounding." During the Supernova convention in Sydney, Australia on Sunday, I was lucky enough to grab a few minutes to chat on video with comic book writer Tom Taylor to discuss with him his work on both Earth 2 and Injustice Gods Among Us.
Because Superman is he's my hero, right? You know? Yeah, he is without a doubt the guy that I've always wanted to write, and to have to sort of tear his life apart like I have, especially Injustice. And I think that's one of the reasons people respond so well to Injustice, because it literally is like, I don't want to be doing what I'm doing to him in that story. and I think people can see that, and so I'm putting more empathy in it because I think I understand the character quite well, so I unfortunately know how to tear him down and portray him badly. And it makes me very sad, but I do get to tell some positive stories in there as well.
Superman homepage writer T.A. Younis grabbed a quick video chat with comic book writer Joe Kelly at this past weekend's special edition New York City convention. And he asked him, as the writer of the widely acclaimed What's So Funny About Truth, Justice and the American Way story in Action Comics 775, for his thoughts on the ongoing debate about whether Superman should kill or not.
It's always up to the writer or the powers that be that are in charge of any character to come up with clever ways and ways that an audience can relate to express a character's themes, morals, etc. And I feel like with Superman, you face a challenge all the time about, like, people always ask, oh, how can you write Superman? He can beat everybody, etc., etc. As long as you spend a little bit of time and give yourself a little bit of leeway, you can come up with cool stuff. So it's the same with his code and his sort of morality. I think that there's a way to express that not only can a modern audience believe, but they'll be pleasantly surprised that they want.
T.A. also caught up with comic book creator Jerry Ordway and asked him for his thoughts on the Superman Doom saga currently taking place in the Superman comic books.
I don't have a problem with them redoing it, because I think it was such a huge event. It's kind of cool in a way that it can transcend that one continuity. You know, that it would be somehow that they would find that aspect of it important enough, I guess, to recreate in some way. It seems like, you know.
While comic book writer Greg Pak spoke to us exclusively about Superman's personality and growth within the current comic books.
I mean, if you're concerned about a Superman who is uncaring, that's not the Superman I'm writing. The Superman I'm writing always has his heart in exactly the right place. He may not always do exactly the right thing, because he's still young, he's still figuring it out, which I think is great for a character. I mean, that is the struggle that we all go through, and I think that's what makes drama compelling, is to see somebody to see a good person actually figuring out how to be good. I think is a great story.
DC Comics revealed their September 2014 solicitations this week, and we highlighted for you all the Superman-related comics and products listed. A special note was Superman Unchained number 9, the extraordinary extra-sized finale of Scott Snyder and Jim Lee's Superman saga, in which Superman and Wraith battle in the sun, and Lex Luthor pulls the trigger on his ultimate weapon. And all the Futures End editions of the New 52 titles, which see every title jump forward 5 years into a possible future for our favourite characters. Check out the entire list at our website now. Comic books we reviewed this week included Superman Wonder Woman number 9, which was reviewed by T.A. Younis, who gave it a 2 out of 5, saying the storyline has been very basic in its approach and indolent in its application. T.A. also reviewed Injustice Year 2 Chapter 11, saying this issue of Injustice doesn't deliver in the action department, and he gave it a 2 out of 5. Superboy number 32 was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who gave it a 5 out of 5 score, saying this is what we should have had all along. While Smallville Chaos Chapter 2 was reviewed by Matt Shaw, who said what an amazing leap forward this issue was, and he rated this chapter a 4 out of 5. Superman comics available this week from June 18th include Infinite Crisis Chapter 5 digital comic has been available since June 16th. Scribblenauts Unmasked Crisis of Imagination number 6. Supergirl number 32. Smallville Chaos Chapter 3 digital comic will be available June 20th. Superman Hell on Earth trade paperback. And Justice League Wars Superman action figure. Did you know that June 16th is traditionally commemorated as the day Krypton was destroyed? So this week we're highlighting for you a range of items dedicated to the planet Krypton. Read the epic novel The Last Days of Krypton by Kevin J. Anderson for $13.53. Or this Superman Doom Planet Krypton t-shirt could be yours from just $15.45. These and other great Krypton items are available from your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop. And in other news, the annual Superman celebration took place across June 12th to June 15th in Metropolis, Illinois, and the Superman homepage once again held our meet and greet for members and fans to come together, win great prizes and answer fun trivia questions. Hosted by our new husband and wife team of Ken and Cindy Sills, Video of the Superman homepage meet and greet was streamed live for everyone else to watch online. You can check it out at our website now. And congratulations to Vincent Tran, whose fan film Girl of Steel won first prize in the 2014 Superman Celebration Fan Film Festival. Running at just over 5 minutes long, you can check out Girl of Steel at our website now. Infinite Crisis Digital Communications Manager Leo Tan revealed that the next champion to be included in the Infinite Crisis video game is Supergirl. Infinite Crisis is the free-to-play multiplayer online battle arena with a robust lineup of DC Comics champions, including Batman, Superman, Joker, Wonder Woman and more. Sign up and start playing for free today at infinitecrisis.com. Heroic World Productions proudly announced the release of an online comic book highlighting Scott Cranford's 8-year adventure portraying the legendary Man of Steel for the city of Metropolis, Illinois, the West Chicago Police, the United States Army and more. Adventures as Superman is now online at heroicworld.com. As we reported last month, Warner Brothers Consumer Products joined forces with Hendrick Motorsports in a unique 3-year agreement. Now Superman fans and racing fans can purchase a range of Superman Dale Earnhardt Jr. merchandise from the Hendrick Motorsports online store at store.hendrickmotorsports.com. The South Sydney Rabbitohs rugby league team in Australia, the team that Russell Crowe is the co-owner of and which I'm a proud, passionate supporter of, wore a new Superman Man of Steel jersey in last Friday night's game against the West Tigers. The Rabbitohs won the game and the jerseys are now available to buy from rabbitohs.com.au. In 2013, the town of Hutchinson, Kansas officially renamed itself Smallville for one day to celebrate Superman's connection with the state, with a small town closely resembling what many would imagine Clark Kent's hometown to look like. This year, promoters successfully petitioned the City Council to expand that celebration from one day to 2, which is taking place this week in conjunction with the Smallville, Kansas Festival and Smallville Comic Con. That's all the Superman news there was for the week June 13th to June 19th. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone and welcome to a justifiable episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V and thanks for watching. So it was recently announced by a website no one's ever heard of that Justice League will not only be the next movie after Batman vs. Superman in 2016, so Justice League in 2017, but then they further announced that the Man of Steel sequel will be in 2018. There will be a Flash and Green Lantern team-up movie after that. There will be another movie after that, and another movie after that, all the way through, I think, to 2020 or something along those lines. Now, here's what's weird about it for me, and it is that this didn't come from Zack Snyder. It didn't come from Warner Brothers. It didn't come from any actual news source that any of us are aware of. It came from a site that I've never heard of, and maybe some of you are familiar with. You'll see it at the bottom of the screen there. I am not sure what the likelihood is that a site that none of us have ever heard of has the right of it, but people are asking me what my thoughts on it are and how excited I am that there's going to be a Man of Steel sequel in 2018. I'm very excited if that's the case. I've always been excited that what I seem to see happening is they're doing it in a different kind of way than Marvel, but they're obviously trying to compete with the team-up movies, with the Avengers-style movies, with the movies that are doing so well for Marvel that DC has taken so long to get involved with. Man of Steel was a success. Depending on where you read, it made a negative 1% at the box office after everything that it cost, but then when you go to another site, you see it costs A amount and it made B amount, which is 3 times what it cost, so it seems like it made a great amount of money. But whatever the case may be, they certainly seem to be happy at WB with Zack Snyder, and they seem to be happy with Henry Cavill because they're not recasting. They're not going to have Superman involved with the Justice League. They're going forward with this cast: Amy Adams, Lawrence Fishburne, Diane Lane. They're all involved, so clearly they're happy on some level. Maybe not as satisfied as they would like to be with the receipts from Man of Steel, but, you know, again, I compare it to Batman Begins. Didn't make a ton of money. It made about what it, a little bit of money, made about what Man of Steel made, And so then the sequel was a huge, whether Heath Ledger or no, because of whatever the reason was, it became the biggest thing since sliced bread. So there's no reason to think that the Man of Steel sequel won't do that much better. And with the Justice League to spring off from, and more people going to see the Justice League because A, they didn't care that much about Man of Steel, B, they like Batman better, C, they're finally going to get to see Wonder Woman on screen, whatever it is, they're going to go and see Justice League after some of them have already seen Batman v Superman. And so you're going to have a lot more fans who liked Batman but didn't care that much for Superman, or didn't know that much about Superman, or didn't think Henry Cavill was a good Superman. Now they're going to see it because Batman's evolved. Then you're going to have the people that are going to see it because Ben Affleck is Batman, and what a travesty that's going to be. And then you're going to have some people to go see it because Wonder Woman's going to be in it, because the first big screen black superhero Cyborg is going to be in it. You know, aside from like Blade or something like that, but, you know, involved with the major, you know, line stream heroes that everybody talks about all the time. You're going to have Cyborg. So you got potential for a lot of new audiences that may not have seen it before. And then after Justice League is a massive success, which we all hope and assume it's going to be, Man of Steel 2 will get the Justice League people that didn't see the first Man of Steel to have gone and seen Man of Steel now after they've seen Justice League, because now they got to see where it all started, and then they're going to want to see Man of Steel 2. So the excitement is that anything could happen, and yes, these dates could be true, or they could be around true, or they could be close, or they could be completely false. But the truth of the matter is, at least in my opinion, whether or not these dates are real, whether or not this is a website we can trust, whether or not we've ever heard of the website, and whether or not all of these things come into fruition, I still believe that that's the plan. Not necessarily every year, not necessarily a Man of Steel sequel right away, but that they're trying to build up an audience so that, just like with Marvel, Captain America 2 was so much bigger than the first, money-wise. So many more people were happy with it. So many more people went to see it because of the success of the Avengers. Not because they so much cared so much more about, oh, well, Avengers is successful, so I got to go see it. No, but they saw more of the characters in action, so now they want to see their solo adventures. It's the same kind of strategy that comic books always hope to have when they have a team book or when they have a team up. They're hoping when they bring Flash into the Green Lantern book that the Flash readers will come over, or opposite, vice versa. The Green Lantern readers will go over to Flash, so that then they go, oh wow, this book's really good even without the Flash in it, I'm going to keep reading that, and then they add it to their pull list. So the idea is to increase the audience. Obviously, I'm sure many of you can think the same thing. So I'm hoping that some of these dates could be true, or at the very least, that what I've been surmising since they started talking about this Batman v Superman, before we really figured out what it was going to be, that they were building toward Justice League, and now we know there's going to be a Justice League, and after that, of course there are going to be spin-offs, and not really spin-offs, but solo films for all the heroes, which includes our Man of Steel, and we will likely get a Man of Steel 2. So it's very exciting. I look forward every day to see what news is going to come out, what rumors going to come out, or what real news is going to come out from the actual studio or from Zack Snyder himself. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky.